What's up, guys? It's TJ, your men's holistic health coach, here with you this week. I specialize helping men break free from insecurity and discovering their untapped potential. Now, part of discovering this untapped potential is hormone optimization. And of course, let's talk about the biggest hormone that a lot of people are talking about right now on social media and the internet, at least that I see, is testosterone. Now, this is a very important hormone because it does a lot of things for us, has a lot of benefits, but a lot of us men are deficient in it. And there's a bunch of natural things that we can do to help boost and maintain those levels. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Now, if you're in the boat of people who might need a testosterone enhancer or some magic pill to do something more, that's going to be another subject for another video with another person. I'm just going to talk about the natural things that you should be doing before you go ahead and take any type of steroid or any type of thing that can enhance it for you. So I'm going to go over those simple things that you can do, those habits that you can start to put into your life to help sustain those T levels, and so you can maintain your vitality. Why is testosterone important? Testosterone is important because it helps with our cognition, so our ability to think. It helps with our mood, our ability to regulate our own emotions, and it helps with our libido, just to be able to get them up. It also helps with our ability to just have energy throughout the day, that we can have that, what you can call that masculine energy, that ability to be able to get things done, to have structure in your life, to be able to have that drive. And us as men, we need that drive because that drive helps us do a lot of things to help us really take over nations, you could say, or hunt, which is these days at this point is making money. It's building businesses. It's helping other people. That's a drive that we have. Of course, females have testosterone as well, but we as men have that. We can have that masculine energy about us where we're able to go and get things done, to have that structure. Not dissing any females or the feminine energy, but it's good to have a balance of both. And today we're kind of talking about that masculine energy and how it relates with testosterone, because testosterone is a hormone that is big in that masculine sense. We need it. So what are some of the sustainable habits that we can start to integrate to boost and maintain our testosterone levels? One thing I'm going to mention that is, honestly, it could be more important than all the others, but it's something I would say prioritize first, because this thing will have a big domino effect in your life, and that is sleep. A lot of people sleep on sleep, because I talk to a lot of clients, I talk to a lot of people just around me in my life who are my friends, coworkers, and I mentioned sleep, and it's very typical, especially for us Americans, to get 4, 5, maybe 6 hours of sleep if we're lucky at night. And I've read many studies on sleep, I've read a few books on sleep, and it is amazing the benefits that we can have when we get anywhere from 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Of course, it's going to differ per person, but like sometimes, for example, I even take 10 hours of sleep just because maybe I had a few nights where I struggled to sleep as well. So it's something you can go through intuitively, but I would suggest around the 7 to 9 hour window every night. This can have a lot of benefits for you other than just boosting, maintaining testosterone levels, but it is very important for testosterone and just overall hormone production and maintaining certain hormones that you need to live a optimal life and have optimal health as a man. Habit number 2 that we can start to integrate into our lives, and that's going to be sustainable to help us maintain these T levels. That would be, of course, exercise. Now, exercise is very helpful with many things, but as we specify on T levels, exercise will be very helpful, especially weightlifting, strength training. That is going to help you to increase that level of testosterone. And as I was speaking earlier on that masculine energy, I feel like it's very helpful for men to have that time of the day, even if you don't have any other time of the day where you feel like you've accomplished something, or maybe you're feeling a little down. When you're able to lift a heavy weight as you're working on getting a certain max out or a certain PR, that's going to be very helpful for helping you to realize that you do have true strength, and you can get into untapped potential that we all have. As men, women, we have that ability to be able to achieve more. And when we see ourselves lifting a weight that we previously could not lift, it's an amazing feeling. So as we work on our testosterone levels, weightlifting is very helpful. Exercise in general is going to do it, whether you're doing cardio, whether you're doing HIIT training, whatever it is, exercise is very helpful. I will always suggest weight training, especially to men, to help us bring back that vitality, to remind us of our strength and our true power that we have as men. Habit number 3 that we can start integrating into our lives to help maintain T levels would be optimizing our circadian rhythm. So what is a circadian rhythm? It's basically the rhythm in a day of where we might be a little more sleepy or a little more awake. And of course, that's going to be tightly correlated with sunlight. So we've all heard that we need around 20 minutes of sunlight at least a day. Now, I'm going to, of course, suggest that because sunlight is very helpful for us being in tune with, you can call it Mother Nature, Mother Earth, whatever, but it helps us be in tune with that because, of course, we're interconnected with that. And when we're able to be more connected to that rhythm of nature, then, of course, our hormone levels are going to be more efficient. And that could look like sleeping at the same time every night and getting up at the same time every morning, getting at least 20 minutes of sunlight. And as we do these things, this helps that circadian rhythm, that rhythm of us being awake, going to sleep. That'll help us be more in tune with nature, with earth, and that will help us to maintain those testosterone levels. So we're able to be more connected with our bodies, with nature. So habit number 4 that we can start to integrate into our lives would be our eating habits and supplementation. So with our eating habits, just as I recommend to all my clients, all the people I work with, is focus on a diet mainly of whole foods. And I don't like the word diet, but I'm using it just in context here to help you guys understand that when we eat a diet consisting of mostly whole foods in our day, that's going to help us to maintain natural hormone levels because we're eating more natural foods, more whole foods. It's of course okay to still eat your little treats or whatever here and there and to slowly make sustainable habits over time. I'm not talking about changing your entire pantry, your fridge, throwing away everything today. I'm talking about slowly adding in these habits. And that's with all these habits I'm mentioning, right? These aren't things that will change overnight. These are things that in order for us to keep it sustainable, we have to slowly integrate into our lives and leave alone other habits that maybe were a little more detrimental in the past. So we're letting go of certain habits and we're taking in new habits to help us to change as a person, as a man. And food is very important because we have a very intimate relationship with food. Food is going inside of us. It's turning into our bodies. It's going through us. And so choosing food is very, very important. And it's going to be very, very important for hormone production to be able to be eating enough fats. I'm not saying you necessarily have to go keto. I'm not saying you have to go super high fat every day, but I'm saying enough fats. And for you, that could be different. There's, of course, going to be recommended amounts of fat that you should eat every day that you can go and search on the internet. I don't remember them off the top of my head at this moment. But eating enough fat is important for hormone production, especially for testosterone. Some people, especially when they're cutting, when they're working on losing all that weight, they may not have enough testosterone because they're not eating enough fats. So it's important to, of course, get all the macros. I'm going to get into protein in a second, but make sure you're eating enough fats. There's great sources, at least that I eat, like eggs, avocados, Greek yogurt. There's certain things that will have healthier fats you can eat, and it's important to have enough, of course, not too much, but enough to be able to maintain those levels. Protein is, of course, important as well because it helps us to not overeat. It prevents overeating and prevents our cravings. So when we're eating protein, because protein is so complex, it takes a little while longer for our body to process it, to integrate into our bodies. And so when we're eating it, it helps us to not overeat and to gain excessive fat, leading to issues with our testosterone production. Protein is also very helpful with many other things, especially muscle growth. And the more muscle we have, the more efficient our bodies will be at helping us to be able to maintain those levels of testosterone. So supplementation is helpful when we do not get enough vitamins and nutrients throughout our day through a more healthy whole food diet. Now, a whole food diet and eating more healthy will help us to get vitamins and nutrients, but we don't necessarily always get enough during the day, whether it's because we're busy with family, busy with work, whatever it is. And so, of course, I recommend people getting our vitamins, our macronutrients, all those things mainly through our diet, but supplementation can help. For example, I take a multivitamin in the morning, then I take a magnesium supplement towards the end of my day to make sure I get enough magnesium and enough of all the general vitamins in the morning. Now, vitamins and nutrients, they go together. They work hand in hand. And so if we're taking, for example, a vitamin D supplement, because we're not getting enough vitamin D, it may be helpful to take a supplement of, for example, magnesium. Those two especially work hand in hand, help each other to work efficiently in our bodies. And so it's really important to see what you're eating in your day, what vitamins you're getting through your food, and then to see where you might be lacking in order to really optimize your hormone production and to maintain and boost those testosterone levels. Fifth and final habit that I'm going to recommend to help us to maintain testosterone levels is meditation. So I teach, of course, in a holistic manner, all these different habits that I just suggested to you guys. And meditation is important because it helps us to relieve stress. And stress is often created by one of the main molecules or main hormones that our body makes called cortisol. Cortisol helps us to narrow our focus. It helps us to prevent harm when we're under immediate danger. Now, of course, most of us aren't usually in immediate danger, at least not long term. We're under stress, and it's the thoughts that we have going on in our head that there is going to be some immediate danger in our lives when most of the time there really isn't. That's what's causing us stress, whether it's an angry boss, whether it's a mad spouse, whatever it is. These things are going on in our head, and it's leading to different hormones being produced in our body, which can be very helpful short term, but not helpful long term. Cortisol is one of those hormones. Now, when cortisol is up here, we can imagine testosterone is actually down here. Because when our body is in that fight or flight mode and wants to survive, it's not worried about having a good libido. It's not worried about being good in bed. It's not worried about lifting a bunch of weights. It's more worried about getting through the situation, whether that means you're fighting, means you're fleeing, means you're freezing, hiding, whatever. So that is the main job of cortisol. So most of us are under some type of stress. And with our busy lives where we have all these perceived things going on in our head, to help us transcend those thoughts, that's why I teach meditation to people. So to help them to get beyond their thoughts, get beyond their preconceived notions or beliefs about life. And many of us, maybe even you have a lot of limiting beliefs that keeps you from achieving what would be your dream life. And in order to transcend those thoughts, we have to work on not only looking through them, but being able to focus on other things, taking our mind off them. Because when we take our energy off of thoughts, they deplete, they go away. We no longer believe in them. And so meditation helps us to regulate not only our thoughts, but our emotions as well. Emotions are either expansive or they're constrictive. And when we, of course, have those constrictive, those survival emotions, our cortisol is up and our testosterone is down. So in order to keep testosterone up, we must learn to regulate our emotions. And meditation is wonderful for this because it helps us to maybe still feel the emotions that come up, but let them go. So we're able not to have that long-term stress impacting our body and being stuck in our body. Because as many of us may know, some emotions seem to never ever go away, but there's ways around that. I'm going to recommend that if you need help with this, you can go ahead and get my book. It's on Amazon. It's only $4.99, and it's very brief, 20 pages. You can finish it pretty quickly, but it's have a lot of potent, impactful information to help you to be able to regulate your emotions and be able to keep your testosterone up here, your vitality up here, and keeping cortisol low. So that is all my habits that I'm recommending that we can use to maintain and to boost those testosterone levels. I hope these habits will help you and will benefit you. And as you go through the process of integrating these into your life, these sustainable habits to maintain your levels of testosterone, I'd love for you to comment below what your experience is like so far. And I want to remind you guys again, these habits they may be simple, but of course they take time to integrate into our lives as a part of our being. And that is okay. Have patience with yourself, have grace with yourself. These are not habits that I just woke up one day, I did them all, and I've done them perfectly. I still have to work on them on myself, and it's a process. But being able to maintain that testosterone, having our vitality as a man, and integrating all these habits to reflect our masculine energy, to be able to help others that need structure, that need love, that need inspiration, maintaining these testosterone levels will be very helpful for not only for ourselves, but for others. If you guys found this video very impactful and beneficial for you today, be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. I'll have more information on how to help you to be able to discover more of that potential you have physically, mentally, spiritually as a man. And I promise you these habits will be very impactful for you and help you to start discovering that you're missing out on so much of your ability of what you can do as a man. And these habits will definitely help you to integrate that whole new energy, a whole new frequency of being that you'll be able to find within yourself. All right. I love you guys. Have a great day.